Welcome, everyone, to our Unlock Your Future podcast conversation for our teacher prep program at COA. We're pleased to have a recent graduate with us today, our instructor and program coordinator, as well as our friends from ECPPS. And we're going to start with some brief introductions. So we're going to start with Lucretia.
Hey, my name is Lucretia White, and I am the Department Chair of Academic Foundations and Teacher Prep at College of the Albemarle.
Okay. Alethea.
Hi, my name is Alethea Smith. I'm a graduate from COA's Teacher Prep Program.
And you are currently at
Meredith University,
pursuing
a degree in psychology.
Okay. All right, our ECPPS folks. Kelly?
Hello, I'm Kelly Cow. I am the Director of Talent Development.
And I'm Rachel Haynes, the Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources.
Welcome, everyone. Have a big question to start our conversation. This involves everybody. What inspired you to be involved in the field of education, and why do you believe it's critical today? We're going to start with Kelly.
Well, I always knew I wanted to be a teacher. I was that one that lined up like my doll babies and did the whole play teacher thing. But I told my mom in kindergarten that I was going to be a teacher. And then when I got to high school, I still wanted to be a teacher. And then when I was a senior, I changed my major. And I went into speech pathology, but then God reverted me back to teaching. And so I'm glad that that happened, because now in the role that I'm in, I'm able to help other teachers. And so I think that's important in the role I'm in, because I get to help and shape teachers. And it's important because those students, the students are able to have a teacher that is prepared. So.
Okay. How about Alethea?
Hi. I would say that my overall love for school is what inspired me to get involved in the field of education. I enjoy going to classes. I enjoy doing schoolwork. I just love being in the environment. And just basically expanding my knowledge in any way I possibly can. My love for English literature has really gotten me into it and has inspired me to go for a doctorate degree in English. The education field is just so important in today's society, mainly due to the fact that there really isn't many teachers. And that has also pushed me into wanting to do it, because I believe that I could help people. And I really think that I would have a lot of fun, because I enjoy being around students and teaching. I know that I want to teach people that going to school isn't just about taking tests and just showing up for class. It's about expanding your knowledge and overall having fun. I learned that going to class and engaging not only with the other classmates, but also your teachers and professors can be very beneficial, not for just grades, but overall mental state too. There are times you're going to fail, and I have many times, but I've learned, especially from COA, that there are plenty of people out there, faculty, staff, other students that are there to help you. So I really look forward to becoming a teacher.
That's awesome. And that kind of, I like the way you describe that, because it talks about it being more than just academics. It's an experience, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
there's more to it than just the classroom. So
exactly.
I love that. Lucretia?
Okay, well, when I first started out, I wanted to be a speech pathologist.
Wow.
Opposite of you, Kelly.
That was just like me, Lucretia.
Yes, that's what I wanted to do, but then life happened, and when I graduated from Elizabeth City State University, I received a teaching position at River Road Middle School, and once I started teaching, I just fell in love with it, because I realized like I have a heart for people, and teaching is a way for me to connect and kind of uplift others, and so like just my passion for that motivates me to help and encourage people to reach their full potential. So that's why I teach, because I love motivating, I love encouraging, building people up, building strong relationships, and that to me is what education is all about.
I love it. Rachel?
So like Alethea, I loved school. However, I knew that I didn't want to be a teacher, and I went to school for accounting. So I wanted to be an accountant.
Mhm.
But I had a love for school, a love for public education, and I wanted to be able to use those skills to help schools and teachers and connect resources. So that's how I ended up in the education field. And Kelly and I were talking about it a little earlier today, and everything you do requires a teacher. So any field, any profession, anything you want to do requires a teacher. And so I think that's why it's critical that we find and develop great teachers.
Yeah. And, my experience has been in education for my entire career, and it wasn't teaching. So it takes a lot of people to um, work in the educational environment, and it's not always in the classroom. So I worked with human resources and then in public relations, communications, and now that has followed me here to the college. And I was an ECPPS for 27 years. So a lot of ECPPS here in this conversation.
But we are the teachers' resources,
Right.
and that's what people don't realize, is that teachers also need resources.
Teachers need teachers.
Teachers need teachers.
Yep, exactly. Good way of putting that. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to ask a few more questions here today, and I want to start with Lucretia. Can you highlight some key features of COA's teacher preparation program that make it unique and effective in training future educators?
Sure. For one, COA emphasizes small class sizes, so that allows us to give our students personalized attention. And Ms. Spence, I hope that you can say that from your experience at COA. It also allows faculty to provide tailored support and guidance for our students. And this just helps as we develop future educators, because people can see their areas of growth and we can help assist with that. And then we offer 2 teacher prep degrees at COA, the Associate in Arts and Teacher Prep, and then the Associate in Science and Teacher Prep. And within these classes, students receive the foundational coursework needed to transfer to their 4-year institutions as a junior. So that's an exciting thing for our students. And then COA also allows flexibility in our course offerings, because we have a variety of delivery modes, such as online, hybrid, blended, and face-to-face. And so again, that flexibility is important for our up and coming teachers who may already be in a certain position and they need that flexibility in selecting classes.
Let me ask a clarifying question there. So on the 2 offerings, the 2 different associate's degrees, let's help our community better understand what the difference in those would be.
Okay, so for someone majoring in the Associate of Arts and Teacher Prep, that is more geared towards like liberal studies, those who want to teach like English or maybe history classes, or even elementary education. For the Associate in Science, that's more geared towards the STEM fields, science, math, technology, engineering.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
One more question. How does the teacher preparation program reflect COA's mission to transform tomorrows for our students and our communities that we serve?
Okay, that's a good question. So
That's a big question.
That's a big question. That's a loaded question.
Yes.
But we transform students tomorrows through several ways. For one, we are committed to excellence, and we are committed to providing high quality education for our students, something that we do to empower our students. We focus on community needs, like we're dedicated to serving the needs of our local communities. We also promote lifelong learning, because that's what teaching is. It's a lifelong learning experience. And our mission includes fostering a love for lifelong learning. The teacher prep support programs instills this by stressing the importance of continuous professional development. So your teachers at COA, they also are required to do professional development. We teach it in our classes, the importance of professional development, because we want everyone to remain current and relevant in their fields. And then in addition to promoting lifelong learning, we also build strong partnerships. So we're committed to developing partnerships with our local educational our local school districts, as well as our university partners. We have a bilateral agreement in elementary education with the Mid-Atlantic Christian University, as well as guaranteed transfer agreements with Elizabeth City State University and UNC Wilmington. And so those pathways help our students to seamlessly transfer to those 4-year institutions. So that's some of the things that we do to transform tomorrows in this area.
Yes, thank you. Ms. Kelly, from your perspective, how well does COA's teacher preparation program equip future educators to meet the challenges of today's classrooms?
I think COA builds a great foundation for students coming into the profession, because first I looked at the plan of study and immediately students are already taking education classes in the first semester. So I thought that was very interesting. And I also want to highlight your literacy, how you highlight literacy, early literacy, because that's a state initiative for us. And so for students come from your university coming into our district, they're better prepared for that, our early literacy program.
Mhm. Thank you. Alethea, how did COA's teacher preparation program prepare you for the next step? Can you share an example of maybe a strategy or a skill that you've learned along the way that you use regularly?
Yes, the COA's teacher prep program prepared me in so many ways, especially in getting started. As many know, I was an early college student, and when I got myself into the program, it was like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. I finally found my place in what I wanted to do. The classes I took, such as psychology and the EDU courses, gave me a good base of knowledge that I was able to bring with me to Meredith. I have two skills that I really use daily. Especially my first one is researching skills,
Mhm.
not just in the education courses themselves, but also in the other classes that I took at COA, such as English, math, history, even psychology and sociology. I felt that since I'm a psychology major now, there's so much research I have to do, and for me, it's that having that skill definitely helped me in the classes I'm taking now. Another skill that goes along with that is asking the why. I learned to ask questions and question some things, even if others don't. Um, in the education courses, there were many times we had to make lesson plans. And you have to really think in depth with it, like of the age group you're doing it for, the engagement level, like the assignments, whether it's like group work, partner work, or independent. And you really have to really focus on like what age group you want. And I remember having just such a hard time trying to figure out what grade I wanted to teach.
Mhm.
But I know for me, since I didn't know when we would have the assignments, I would choose different grades each time. I was like, I want to test myself, so I'm gonna do it with each grade I can think of and figure out which one I like best. I learned that I really loved working with kids, especially third grade, but I also loved college level English. So I think having those two skills and being put through the program really helped me find my love and for education.
I love it that you mentioned the asking why, because as an educator, how many times are you asked, well, why? So it's interesting that you focused on asking why so many times. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is a joint effort here on this next question. So this is between Lucretia, Miss Rachel, and Miss Kelly.
Okay.
Talk to us a little about the Elizabeth City Project to Teaching program. Talk to us
Okay.
about what that is and how is the program helping with the pipeline for teaching?
Okay, so I'll go ahead and start. So the Elizabeth City Pathway Project to Teaching is a 2-year program. We recruit, we prepare, and we retain resident teachers to come teach in ECPPS. That's basically in whole what we do. And so one thing that it is doing is it is building a teacher pipeline in ECPPS. We were able to have 2 teachers fill 2 positions in our school district for the first time using this pipeline. So we are now starting to see the fruits of our labor. And so we have 3 cohorts going. And actually, one that has joined us in cohort 3 is from COA that we recruited.
At a job fair
at
that
a
we
job fair.
attended, so.
So we attended the job fair at COA last year, and we were able to recruit her, and so she's in cohort 3. And so that is just an example of what this pipeline is doing for our district. We are able to fill positions, but it's not just filling positions with warm bodies. It is filling positions with qualified teachers that's being prepared. So the first year you do your coursework, and then the second year, you're placed with a resident mentor teacher for an entire year where you're learning to be a teacher in our school district, and we say the ECPPS way.
Mhm.
And so when you go into your first year of teaching, it's really not your first year of teaching because you've already done it for a whole year the year before. And
Love
so we have 2 teachers in our district that has now, this will be their first year of teaching this year.
I love
And
it.
as Kelly calls it, it's an earn while you learn program.
Mhm.
So these are employees of the district as well. So they're able to earn a paycheck while they're still learning
That's right.
and continuing their education to be a teacher.
What an amazing opportunity.
That's right. So we will continue to partner with COA. And it's nice because with that articulation agreement, they can easily go from COA to our partners at ECSU. And it's just an easy transition.
Right, right.
So it's COA to ECSU to ECPPS.
That's right.
Love it.
Love it.
Lucretia, you have anything to add on that?
I just want to add that we normally have orientation session meetings just so any COA students who are interested in this pathway can learn about this program. We have orientation meetings once a semester where Kelly will come in and an ECSU rep will be in as well. And so students can learn all about the program and how it can help them, again, be successful, become an educator, and help grow the teacher pipeline in our area.
Yeah, and you know what's great about this opportunity we have today is that this is another educational piece that we can use to make sure people understand exactly what this is. So when it's time to roll that session out, orientation session, then we can include this video and they can learn more about it this way too. So love it. Okay, Miss Lucretia. What ways is COA's teacher preparation program preparing future educators, to tackle teacher shortages and other challenges in today's classrooms? And we touched on that just a little bit a few minutes ago with the pipeline, but what else can you add to that?
I just want to add that again, COA is committed to building partnerships because we want to grow our own and we want to help address the, teaching shortage in rural northeastern North Carolina. So students can come to COA, complete their associate in arts or the associate in science and teacher prep in 2 years, and they can, start out working as a teacher assistant for maybe ECPPS or another school district, or they can become a substitute teacher while they can pursue their bachelor's degree, all without leaving the area. So it's a good thing that they can do everything in the comfort of Elizabeth City or whatever county they're in our 7-county service area. And then in addition, again, we have our transfer partners. Students can take classes online. They can take virtual classes with conferencing classes. And we're just trying to have greater opportunities for our students to meet their educational and career goals in our region.
Yeah, they get to learn here, stay here, and work here, right?
Yes, I love that.
Yeah. Okay. Alethea, what advice would you give to someone considering enrolling in this teacher preparation program?
Honestly, to just do it.
That's
Don't
what everybody
wait.
says. I love it. Just do it.
I know when I finally figured out when I wanted to be a teacher, I met with literally every person I could. And I got the help I needed to get into the program. I will never regret doing that. I know from being in some of the education classes, I met with other students and talked with them, and they were older, and they would tell us, don't wait, get your license, get working in the classroom as fast as you can. If you want to get higher education, do it now, don't wait. Because they said they had waited and they regretted doing that. And even though they were in classrooms, they weren't at the level they wanted to be, and they had to go back to school. So I took from that to just dream big and go for it, and don't let anything hold you back. And like I previously said, it's your life, so do something amazing with it. And I have taken what they have told me to heart. Just if you want a higher education, go for it. Don't wait. Do it now while you're young. That's what they told us.
Do it now. I love it.
Yes.
Do it now. Come swim with the dolphins and get started. Okay, Rachel, what qualities from the Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources do you look for in graduates of a teacher preparation program, or how does COA's program meet those expectations? I know sometimes you're hiring people beyond, of course, our program, but they started here. So what kind of things are you looking at as a hiring manager?
So the first thing we look for really in our educators is we look for people that have a passion for teaching and a passion for students and passion for learning. what we like about the COA program is it does, as we pointed out in this earlier, it provides such a strong foundation. And it shows us that these are people that are committed to the education field. So
Thank you. One last question. Everybody has to chime in on this. What is the one key message that you hope listeners take away from this discussion today about the importance of preparing the next generation of educators? Lucretia?
Again, I just want to mention that COA is committed to building partnerships and helping us to grow our own so that you can all grow right here in our region and our service area. That COA has a great Associate of Arts and Associate in Science and Teacher Prep program. We have the Elizabeth City Pathway Project to Teaching with ECPPS. And so we have everything you need right here to jumpstart your career, right here at COA to jumpstart your career so that you can go out and be a successful educator, an impactful educator, and make a difference in the lives of all the students that you meet and teach.
Ms. Kelly?
I was going to also put a plug in for Pathway, Lucretia. I think that everyone should call us if you want to be a teacher, because it's the best profession in the world. It really is. And it's very rewarding.
Rachel?
I would say everything that everybody's already said, of course, more plugs for Pathway, more plugs for educators, but I would say especially at ECPPS, we encourage our educators to be innovative and creative and find new ways to do things. So it's a good time to be a teacher. It's a great time to be a teacher.
In ECPPS.
In ECPPS.
Alethea?
I'd like to again to say that the teacher prep program at COA is amazing, and everyone who is involved with it is amazing, and they're there to help. And I am grateful for being able to be in the program, and the teachers there are there to help you and prepare you for your life outside of class, and to help you be able to help your future students. So I think it's very good. And like I said, again, if you want to go for the program or if you want to be a teacher and you're debating it, I'm like, just do it. It's so rewarding and you will not regret it.
Thank you. I want to thank each of you for being with us today and sharing your expertise and the information that you could share with our community about this program. This is just one of many podcasts that we are doing. We're actually featuring each program that we offer at the college. And it's kind of a week-to-week program that we're doing. So this is our fourth program so far that we have featured. We've offered all this information on machining, computer-aided drafting, agribusiness, and now teacher prep. So we'll see what we have in store for our folks next week. So thank you all and have a wonderful day.